Now see, of the 3.28 million square kilometer area, that 130 million hectare, 130 million hectare of the land is a wasteland. Now suppose we take the 100% as the wasteland, means of the wasteland, suppose we take it as 100. So this of this 100 wasteland, 56% of the wasteland in India has become a wasteland because of water erosion, means water has eroded that area. 6% of this wasteland cause is due to saline and alkaline deposit there, means that particular soil has become saline or salty because of the deposition of salt there. Now some 10% of the wasteland that is in India, it has become a wasteland because of wind erosion. Wind was a reason in the erosion of that land. 28% area that has become a wasteland, it has become because of the forest degraded area. Means there should have been forest, but forest has been degraded. So the maximum reason for that a land becoming a wasteland in India is water, that is 56%, and the second highest is because of the cutting of the trees that should have been there, but it is not there. So that land area, has become a wasteland, and it has called forest degraded land. And 10% of the wasteland that is in India, for that the reason is, see here, it is wind. And 6% of the wasteland that has become a wasteland, particular land that was not a wasteland previously, long back, but now it has become because of the salty nature, that particular soil has become salty. The next topic, see, it is the areas in India and what are the reason for the land degradation in this area. So in the left side we have written areas where land degradation has occurred in India and what was the reason. Example, children, you know that in this Jharkhand, Odisha, Chhattisgarh and MP area, it is a plateau region, and in the previous videos I have made clear that in the plateau region we have got minerals and coal there. So mining is taking place in a massive scale, in a very large scale. So the waste from the mines, it is being spread on the land, and the land is excavated also, deep mining is there, quarrying is there, so that also degrades the land, because the land from where the coal has been taken out, after that land becomes a waste, it is of no use, so that particular land gets degraded. Second is these states, if you see, Punjab, Haryana, western part of Uttar Pradesh. Remember this region in the last chapter, last class, economics, I think it was, that the place where Green Revolution took place in India. It took place in Punjab, Haryana and western part. So it is a plain region. It is a plain region. Plain region is there, and for growing more and more crops, if you remember, HYV seeds were used, fertilizers were used, insecticides and pesticides were used. Then only large amount of crops was grown because of this green revolution. Again, green revolution inputs like the insecticides, pesticides, the fertilizers, and large amount of irrigation that was done even from the pump sets. So what happened? Unfortunately, this over irrigation took place. There was water logging in the agricultural field. As a result, large amount of water seeped very deep inside the soil, and there was decrease in the there was increase in the soil salinity and alkalinity. Since in chemistry you would have read that salinity means that salt, and alkalinity. Now we have dealt with the how the major reason for the soil degradation in the plateau region. Then we have done in the region where there was plain. Now in some of the region the people they have got some occupation related to cattle also, and cattle, goat and sheep they keep it, they domesticate in large. So in the areas of Maharashtra, just bring this one in your mind, in the western margin of our country, start from that Maharashtra, Gujarat and Rajasthan area, and some of the hilly areas of northern India, the people what they do, they take their cattle to the field. As a result, there is large amount of overgrazing. Overgrazing is in large amount, so the soil whose work was to catch, whose the root of the grasses means they are the crops, not crops. The mostly suppose the cattle they are feeding on the grass. So grass was the root of the grass was catching the soil and it was not letting to be get eroded. When the same grass was eaten by the cattle or the goat or the sheep, so there was no more grasses were there. So overgrazing, it became the reason for the degradation, because that same soil which was hold tight by the roots of the grasses, it is not there and it get eroded. The next one is in some of the all in the pockets all over India, industrialization you will see it takes place in the plain area also, it takes place in the plateau areas also. So industrialization is there, and from the industries children large amount of polluted water flows, and sometime it is led to settle down on the soil outside the industries. Mind it is in a very large amount. So that large amount of polluted water, when it is made to settle down outside the industry, it is going to degrade the land. So if there is a problem, so there is also solution. So how these land degradation problems can we solve? There are various methods. The methods, if you remember, if there is deforestation that degrades the land, just the opposite we will do. Afforestation is there, means large amount of plants are sown. Then some law can be made, and the overgrazing, it may be told that this overgrazing should be in a particular field, not in all the lands. Regarding this mining activities also, there should be control. Here and where this mining activity should not be done, it should be done with a particular order or with a particular law. So we should also go for a mining activity. So mining activities we are doing, and then a land is becoming improper. Okay, then the next one is growing of the thorny bushes. If you see here an area in Rajasthan also, these lands, in some films also you would have seen that when the wind blows, then the sand dust comes and it settles down in the agricultural field. So by growing that thorny bushes, it may be preventing the it will bring about the stabilization of the sand dunes. So normally this is meant for those areas where sand is in large amount. There this land degradation problem can be solved. Now the industrial waste that is disposed of, so very strictly the industrial waste in the liquid form that is being disposed of, or if it is in a solid form also, it should be properly treated, that if it is made to let down on the land outside the industry, it should not bring about degradation. So industrial waste that is to be spread on the land area, whether it is this industrial waste is solid or it is liquid, a proper treatment should be done before its disposal. Then in the arid areas, means where that at the word is saying arid, as soon as this word arid comes, that word sand comes. Then when the sand comes, then quickly it comes in our mind the Rajasthan area, some area of Gujarat also. We should be planting the shelter belts there, shelter belts of trees. And the last one is waste land management. The wasteland which has got converted into wasteland due to the human factor or due to natural factor, how can we make it a better use? So this wasteland management should be done. So just a quick recap how this method of land degradation can be done. It can be by controlling overgrazing, by controlling mining activities, by growing a large number of trees, means afforestation, by thorny bushes, by growing thorny bushes, sand stabilizations of sand dunes will take place, proper treatment and disposal of the industrial waste. Before disposing of the industrial waste, whether solid or in the liquid form, it should be properly treated, then disposed. Then in the arid areas, Gujarat, Rajasthan area, we should be planting a large number of shelter belts, and just to convert the wasteland into a usable land, wasteland management should be done. Okay. Yes, the next topic is, children, see soil as a resource, very important resource. On the soil only the industries are made, and so it is a renewable natural resource. Renewable means what? Which doesn't get exhausted. It takes million of years to form, but it will form. It takes million of years to form a centimeter of soil. This soil consists of organic materials and inorganic materials. Organic materials means the materials that is having carbon in it, surely and certainly. And inorganic materials means the materials that does not have carbon. Then there are various factors that affect the soil formation. A very important question, many times it has come. Describe the factors that affect the soil formation. So let's start with the left. Relief. In the past also, in many of the videos, I have told that relief means topography. Means what? I have written here in short, either mountain, plateau or plain. So the quality of the soil found in mountain is different from the soil quality that is found in the plateau, and whether it is the soil quality that is found in the plain region. And the soils that are formed from the parent rock, from rock only these soils are formed. So whether what the parent rock is, what is it? Igneous rock, is it sedimentary rock, or is it metamorphic rock? Accordingly the quality of the soil will be there. Climate also, whether it is a hot climate or whether it is a cold climate. Then vegetation means the soil, the place where the soil was formed. Where the soil was formed means if the soil is formed in the region where there was tropical evergreen forest, lots of water, lots of leaf falling on the ground, those getting mixed up with the soil, already soil, and the soil may be very fertile, lot of rain also. But the soil that is found in the tropical evergreen, this one in the tropic region or in the sandy region, the moisture amount will be very less. It will be almost dry. Then the forms of life also affect these ants and microorganisms. How they affect? These ants, they make a small holes there. They enter there and they reside inside that. Then water gets inside it, and the same rock with a very small hole, when water will get inside it, and if it is in a colder area, that rock inside water that has gone inside that rock, it will freeze and it will expand, and then again during the cold time that will get out from that small hole. So the expansion and compression took place, and automatically the breaking of the rock took take place. Action of the running water. Third one, wind and glaciers. I have told you how they are playing a vital role. And the last one is activities of the decomposers. The next topic, I will repeat again, this soil as a resource, which is a renewable natural resource that takes millions of years to form a centimeter of soil. And in this one, if you see very carefully, relief means mountain, plateaus and plains. Then parent rock, that is IR means igneous rock, SR means sedimentary rocks, MR means metamorphic rock. Which type of climate is there where this rock formation is taking place? Which type of vegetation is there where the soil formation is taking place? Is it a vegetation is arid type, or it is a tropical evergreen forest type? Then the forms of life that are there, means whether ant microorganisms are there, and activities of the decomposers. Then this natural forces like wind and glaciers are also helpful in the breaking of the rocks. And the last one, change in temperature, means sometime it is getting very hot, then sometime it is very cold. This way expansion and compression of the parent rock take place. So all these factors, when clubbed up or combined up, they play a vital role in the formation of the soil. The next topic is classification of the soils. So these classification of the soil take place on the basis of the chemical factors and physical factors. This we will discuss in the next video. Yes, with the topic that we have discussed till today of this topic of this video, so you have to draw the concept mapping, then see the second question, name the factors responsible for the formation of soil, name the factors on the basis of which soil are classified, mention the net sown area of Haryana and Punjab, describe the reasons of land degradation. All this you write and practice. Okay.